Hi everyone, it's Dr. Jonathan Lasson here. I'm here today to talk about social isolation, also known as ostracism. Now, we don't think of ostracism necessarily in the same way, but I wanted to give a little bit of an overview of what happens when people are socially isolated. Now, there's a social psychologist by the name of Kip Williams who did studies on ostracism, and he found that people who are ostracized experience the same types of feelings of physical pain as they do when they're ostracized and feeling those feelings of emotional pain. And he did this by conducting a study, a very interesting study, where he himself was really the first original subject, where he went out to a park with his dog and he noticed people playing soccer. And the soccer players were playing with amongst themselves, and they invited Mr. Williams or Dr. Williams to come and play soccer with them. And they kicked the ball to him a few times, but then after a while they started kicking the ball just to themselves. And he felt very bad, and he eventually left with his dog, and he decided that these bad feelings were very strange to him, and he wanted to find out a little bit more why he was feeling so bad after the soccer players stopped kicking the ball to him. So he created some cyberball, and he had subjects hooked up to some electrodes which lit up areas of the brain that elicited some areas of pain centers, and we'll talk about that shortly. And what happened was the people were playing a game on the computer, and they were socially ostracized from the other players that were playing on the computer, meaning that they did not get the frisbee or the ball thrown to them or kicked to them. And after a while, they felt very bad, similar to the feelings that he had felt. And they found that the areas of the brain with the MRI that was done, conducted, that were lit up were the thalamus, the prefrontal cortex, and the anterior cingulate gyrus. And these are the areas that typically show up or light up when there is a person experiencing physical pain. And when he was feeling very lonely, and the players were feeling very lonely, they themselves had those areas of the brain light up too. So, in order to avoid social ostracism, I'm just going to give you three ideas for now to understand and try to implement in your daily lives during this time of quarantine. Number one is to take on a new hobby. Now's a great time to do the things that you've been pushing off. Number two, do some physical exercise, release those endorphins. And number three, call friends and relatives. Don't be a creature of habit and just text or WhatsApp people. Actually pick up the phone and speak to someone live. It is a game changer. Doctor's orders. Signing off, Dr. Jonathan Lasson.